Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today this is going to be a Korean makeup tutorial video. So I'm going to explain whatever I'm doing as it goes, and I hope that it becomes easy for you guys and it's easier for you to understand. So basically, any Korean makeup requires 3 steps which are really important for the look, and those 3 steps are tight lining, gradient lips and aegyosal. I will tell you guys about these terms as we go on through the makeup tutorial, so let's just get started. So the first step to applying makeup is always cleansing your face and your hands. So you can cleanse using any kind of a facial foam cleanser, and then you have to tone and put in essence and moisturize your face. So what I did was I just used this beauty water, and with this beauty water I can tone, cleanse and moisturize my face all in one step. It's like a multi-purpose kind of product. So I use that, and then I moisturize my face with the cream called Nature Republic Aqua cream, and you can do that with any kind of face cream that you have. And make sure to do that 10 to 15 minutes before you start putting on the makeup, because this will make your face look dewy and will reduce any fine lines that you have, which will be very visible once you put on makeup. So now we come to the makeup, and the first thing that we do while applying the makeup is apply the primer. And the primer that I'm going to use is Elizavecca's Skin Layer Primer. We need to apply a primer to fill in all the pores in our skin and to make a smooth base to put on all the makeup. So I'm going to apply the primer. Before applying the foundation, I'm going to do a little color correction on my face because I have a lot of red spots. So for that, I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Concealer HD Definition Concealer, and I'm going to use the green color to even out the redness on my face. Now that I've covered all of the red spots on my face with the color corrector, I'm going to apply the foundation. And the foundation that I'm going to use is the Face Shop Ink Lasting Foundation of the Slim Fit range, and my shade is V203 Natural Beige. I'm going to take a pea-sized or a pump of the foundation and just apply it on, use the back of my hand as a palette. So what I do is take one of my fingers and just dab it all over my face to make sure that it gets on everywhere, and my neck. Once I've done that, a lot of people have different preferences. Some people like to use a sponge, but I like to use a brush because I don't know, it's a lot less work than a sponge. So I use a blending brush and just blend all of it in, and I use these circular motions to blend it all. Near my eye, I just like close my eyes and then blend it in. Make sure that I've covered my under eyes properly. I just like look up and then do like this. Now that the foundation is done, I need a concealer to conceal even the slightest of the marks that are showing. So I'll use this concealer. It's the same Cover Perfection Tip Concealer, and it's one of my all-time favorite concealers. It has such a perfect coverage. The shade that I'm going to use is 02 Rich Beige. Apply this wherever I feel like I have marks or spots underneath my eyes. I'm going to blend it with a concealer brush. Another tip is that whenever you're blending in concealer, always blend it in a downward motion so that it isn't too visible, because if you do it in the upward motion, it's just too visible in the light. Some people apply the concealer before putting on the foundation, and you can do that of course, but if you apply the concealer before putting on the foundation, it usually doesn't stick on too well. So that's why it's better to put on the concealer after the foundation. Some people use a similar shade for all their marks and a lighter concealer for their under eyes to brighten their under eyes, but right now I don't have a lighter concealer, so I'm just going to use this for my under eyes as well. So now that that is done, I'm going to use a cream blush to flush my cheeks, and I'm going to use a cream blush before because it will give a very light tinge to my cheeks, and the Korean makeup is all about light, subtle hint of color, so that's why I'm going to use a cream blush. And the blush that I'm going to use is this McQueen New York's Cushion Tint Professional Lip and Cheek Tint. What I do is that I just apply it like this across my cheekbone, and then I just spread it out in circular motions. Now I'm going to set it all with a setting powder. A dry powder is always used to set all the liquid makeup that you have so that it stays in its place, and before you put in all the powder makeup, it just creates a very good base for the powder makeup that you're going to put up. So make sure to apply all of the wet base makeup that you have before putting on the dry powder. The dry powder that I'm going to use is Etude House's Zero Sebum drying powder. After I'm done with my base makeup, I'm going to start with my eye makeup, and with the eye makeup, the first thing that I'm going to do is do my eyebrows. So my eyebrows are already very well defined and I have arched eyebrows, whereas for Korean makeup you usually need straight eyebrows, and I would try to fill them in and make them straight, but it'll make my eyebrows very thick, and I do not want to make them look intimidating and thick, so that's why I'm just going to fill them in a little. So the eyebrow mascara that I'm going to use is Aritam's Idol Mascara Brow, and this is in a dark brown color. So this is how my eyebrows look after finishing them, and now I'm going to start with my eye makeup, and the first thing that I'm going to do is apply an eyeshadow. So the eyeshadow palette that I'm going to use is Clio's Pro Eye Palette Quad, and the one that I have is 01 Amber Slip. So I usually use my fingers to blend in the eyeshadow and put them on. So that's why the first color that I'm going to use is the lightest color. So I'm going to put it all over my eyelid, and a little towards the inner corner of my eye, and then a little underneath my eyes to make the aegyeosal. So aegyeosal is a term used in Korean makeup, and it is the swelling underneath your eyes when you smile. It's believed that it makes the person look cuter, so even if people don't have the aegyeosal, they try to make it with the makeup. So that's what I'm going to do today. So for doing that, I'm just going to smile a little and just cover up my natural aegyeosal, the natural swelling that I have underneath my eye. So just squint my eyes a little bit. And then I'm going to follow the same steps over the other eye because I like to maintain a balance between both of the eyes. The second step is I'm going to apply the second color in the palette just till the lid crease. Then I'm going to use the final darkest color to just color the outsides of my eyelids, but just very little of it. And then I'm going to use a very fine brush to take the darkest color and just line the margins of my eyelids to give my eyes a little darker and a deep effect. Just going to line it like this. After this, I'm going to highlight my aegyeosal and pay a little attention to this. And for that, what I'm going to do is that I have this face palette from H&M, and I'm going to use a few colors from this. The shades that I'm going to use for my aegyeosal are this shade, which is a brown rose shade, and then I'm going to highlight over it with this highlighter. And then the final step in the aegyeosal makeup is to take a very small tipped brush, use a darker shade to make a shadow of the aegyeosal to make it more prominent. So the shade that I'm going to use for the shadow is this bronzer shade, a little under the swelling of my eye. So looks like I'm done with my aegyeosal makeup, and now I'm going to do the eyeliner part, and that's the scariest part for me because I'm never able to apply perfect eyeliner on both the eyes. The story of my life. First step is I'm going to use a stick eyeliner and apply it on my waterline by just pulling my eyelash a little up and doing this. This thing is called tight lining, and this is very famous in the Korean makeup because this creates a very light eyeliner effect and it gives a depth to your eyes. After that, I'm going to use a sketch eyeliner and just draw a very thin line across the margin of my eyelid and make sure that it's very thin because Korean makeup is all about that thin eyeliner. So here's my final eyeliner look, and as you can see, it is very light. and it's a little curved towards the end to make my eyes look a little more rounder and almond shaped. And the last step in the eye makeup is mascara. So here's my final eye makeup look. So now we're almost done. And in Korean makeup, they don't usually contour their face that well. The term that they use is shading instead of contouring, and they just shade their face a little in parts that they want to highlight. And then the final step is highlighter. So I'm going to highlight the highest areas of my face. And after all of my face makeup is done, I'm going to do my lip makeup. I'm going to do a gradient lip because that's very famous in the Korean makeup right now. So for the gradient lip, first you need to use a concealer to conceal all the color from your face. Make sure to moisturize your lips before so that any cracks are not visible on your lips. So what I'm going to use for this makeup is Etude House's Dear Darling tint in the shade OR201. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this tint and just apply it towards the insides of both of my upper and lower lips, and then spread it outside, but not making the outer line of my lips very clear. So this is the final look after my gradient lip, and as you can see, the gradient lip is all about the color being darker towards the inside of the lips as compared to the outside, and your lip margins should not be very clear. So that's what I've done with my lips right now. This is my final Korean makeup look, and excuse my hair, it's just not listening to me right now, but look at the makeup. Look at the makeup. Okay, too much. If you guys like this tutorial, then make sure to press the like button down below. And let me know in the comments if you guys want me to do more K-beauty and Korean makeup related videos. I'd love to listen to and talk to you guys. So make sure to give me a comment down below. If you guys like K-pop, K-beauty and K-culture related content, then make sure to subscribe to our channel. Until next time!